you know how just weird mind games come out and you just don't understand why, and it's just like some weird shit happens. A lot of that was happening, and it was interesting. Like I'd see the twins pressing after his 1-2 stagger, and I was so confused because I'm like, dude, there's like no one on the planet ever does that shit except for them. And then they were like making good reads off of it, and it was pretty cool. But like critique wise, I wasn't really being like, yeah, if I was there, I would have done this. But I was watching it and I was seeing like certain things, obviously, of like, damn, he probably could have done this to be better, or like, or obvious things is like they were on Cabal and they were jumping around out of the gaps on the stage. And I think it's just because Rewind doesn't play like shit like that a lot, where he has to actually think about that. But when I saw that, I was literally yelling at the screen like, change the stage, please. This fucking matchup sucks on this stage. You can't. But no, he stayed with it, and I think that's actually a big reason he kind of lost to Prox, because he was losing a lot of pressure off of that interactable. It was pretty bad. But no, like critique wise, probably not. Just regular shit you'd see. Like, oh, he probably could have been more optimal there. Or damn, why is he dropping that combo 10 times in a row?
Yeah.
So I'm like new to the turkey phenomenon.
Yeah.
So I have a question. Well, I have two questions. One is, well, why the hell turkey? And and also, like, I know you're like making a name online, but have you ever been to an offline tournament?
Yeah. So for the first question, I got my first name on Xbox, like the first name I made after the the automatic gamer tag, that you got when you didn't do. My first was ever like Healed Orchid 95 or some bullshit like that.
I love it.
And so I changed it, and it was around the time when I watched Cloudy for a Chance of Meatballs for the first time. And do you guys remember that chicken guy, Brett, who got stuck in the chicken?
I fucking love that movie.
Yeah. So that guy, I thought he was a turkey, Dab. So I was like, damn, that's cool as fuck. Like, what if I was Man Turkey? And so that was my name for a long time. So when I was like competing and shit, my name was actually Man Turkey. And then I was like, I like, let me become Dio Jr. Maybe I'll become godlike. And I just changed it to like TurkeySucks. And I thought it was pretty funny because, people are just like, what are you talking about? Like everyone asked me about it, and I just think it's funny.
That's kind of cool.
But no, Man Turkey is the lore. That's the OG name.
Man Turkey.
Yeah, bro. Some other motherfucker named Man Turkey and ranked command grabbing the shit out of you. You weren't ready for that.
I could just like, like how we do like obscure ass like shit like when we're home alone, like we doing weird shit. I mean, I know I do. I admit it.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
yeah.
Like some I forgot what the word is. It's I could just hear you saying like that's right, Man Turkey, whoop that ass, boy. Like just hear you say like. I mean, I do some weird shit. Like when I'm not streaming, like I'll say some weird shit. So that's how fun.
Oh yeah, no. Like me off stream is like, I feel like I'm the same person. I don't really try to front any sort of like personality. I try to be myself for the most part.
Yeah.
And how I am is like, I just say shit. So it's like sometimes when I'm streaming, I just be just going, and it's just so weird because like I really do let the intrusive thoughts win sometimes. So it's just my streams get real weird. It's fun though. I love it. It's fucking sick. No, but wait. As for competing though, the second part of your question, yeah, I've been to a couple. I got 9th at Combo Breaker last year. I lost to Rewind again. I won KIT 2021. That was on my 18th birthday. Yeah.
Shut up, dude. Did you really? Oh, you did.
Sure.
You did.
My 18th birthday. That was I won KIT.
What a god.
And then like the other tournaments, I've been to like mostly my local of MKNJ. And it's really weird because even though it's a local, it has like really good competition, which is awesome. Like it's good for like getting better. It's like when it was really popping, we had Gur, Unjust, and like Combat coming and Splash, and all of them coming and playing. So it was pretty cool. And I've played that a good amount of times, like 4, and I've gotten to play like some really good players through that, like Unjust, Kukui, what's his name? I've played Gur a lot. I've played K7. the Scarlet player.
And they're not that far. They're not that far from you. So yeah, I do remember they were going to the New Jersey. The one that Darth Armor runs, right?
Yeah, Arma's. That's Arma's local Mortal Kombat, New Jersey.
Yeah, that's sick.
It was a really good tourney. It was really sick. But yeah, I've been to a couple. I'm planning to go to Evo, and so that's going to be one of the next majors. I'm trying to hit all 3 at some point. Of course, you know, that's
Hell
the dream,
dude. Hell yeah! I can't wait. I can't wait to go. Yeah, I'm definitely going to this Evo. I've been feeling like the itch, and I just You know, MK12. We all know like MK12 is like around the corner, so it's like
for sure.
You know what I mean? Coming back and shit, but that's cool,
this
man.
is like how I'm thinking about this. It's like the last major for 11, you know, and I feel like if you're really into this game, it'd be good for you to come out. You know, it's like meet everyone that you've been playing with for 4 years. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
pretty sick.
No, 100%, 100%.
Can't wait.
COVID put that shit like on lockdown.
Yeah, nah, man, that was so crazy. That was crazy. And on like final combat too, we never got a last chance qualifier. That's so
right, because of COVID, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that
so
shit got real.
That would have been hype as fuck, but yeah, I've been to offline a couple times. I've won a couple good ones, and I've played well. It's really fun. I love it.
That's good, dude. I'm kind of glad you did, because like it's like a different feeling, and then once you get a hold, like you can control that feeling. It's like, damn,
yeah,
dude, like I can do this.
I realized something about myself. I felt like I'd be like super nervous on stage, but I'm like, I really like that shit. That shit powers me up. Like I feel so good on stage. Dude. Like nah, because I'm hearing everyone cheer behind me when I get the fucking command grab, and I'm like stomping the stage with them. It's so good. Like it hypes me up and it makes me play good. I feel so good when I just like hear the stage. I'm like, yeah, I'm stomping. I'm grabbing the shit out of you. Command, like jump out of this one, bitch. Grab him again. Yeah,
that's actually hella funny. You know, it's funny that you say that too, because I want to go back to when you said you were watching Tyrant. Like was kind of like not necessarily your introduction, but you're like, yo, this guy's fucking sick. That's exactly Tyrant's way on like how he like
for real?
he explained it just like you. He's like the crowd and the adrenaline, the crowd like they just give him a boost, and he's just like, especially when he's down to like his last line.
Oh like, no. It's like, I gotta win now. The crowd wants me to win. I got to. I can't lose.
He just feels that shit, dude.
I love that shit. It's so good.
Shit. So that's good though, man. Like I said, I really see you, Woozy, you know, a lot of the new guys to be like those killers, you know, those people who just like don't give a fuck and just start just wrecking fools. So I'm really excited to see you guys play for the next game. Obviously MK12, we all know it's coming. So
yeah, no, I'm so excited because like it's just weird. Because I never really thought I'd be like good enough to even be in that conversation. It's just weird when you get to that point. You know what I mean? Like when you get that good and you're just like, oh, like I could actually beat these people. You know, it's weird. It's like you used to watch and then you could like actually play with them. It's just weird as fuck.
Yeah,
and
right.
And I don't like it like how people like refer to me as a pro, or like they just talk like I'm good. It's just still really weird. A really weird feeling.
Dude, I feel the same way. Like I don't like being called a pro, or like when I was like a top player back then, like I didn't like being called a pro because I was like, dude, I'm not making no money from this shit. Like
like I'm not doing shit. I'm just a good player.
Like, I'm a competitive player.
Yeah.
I'm a competitor, but I ain't no pro, you know.
Yeah, pro. Yeah, I'm not Sonic. Yeah, I'm not Sonic. Right.
That's funny.
But, yeah.
So did you play? You played MKX?
Yeah, I played X. I played Injustice 2. And I did become a necro for X though. Because I was like I was 13 when that game came out, when Injustice 2. And I just wasn't ready to like actually try to play some neutral and not use a run button. like I'm ready to admit that, you know. At 13 I was not trying to walk at people. I wanted to get in and hit you, you know? So it's pretty funny like going back, because I enjoy Injustice 2 a lot more now that like I don't have to use run button anymore, and I found like, oh, I can just wait and watch, you know, whiff punish people.
Yeah.
But nah, Injustice 2 is sick. I played Atro, the Atro god.
Oh god, yeah, well, holy shit. That character was like a huge problem for a long time. Still kind of is hella good still. Yeah,
no, he's solid. It's just like push block is really annoying. You have to read it. But my problem is every time I try to read push block, I'm a fucking bot, so I do the wrong bounce cancel out of like whatever string I'm doing.
Yeah.
So like if I do like forward 2 and they try to like push block, I do like the forward bounce cancel and it whiffs and I lose. And I'm like, bro, come on.
Dude. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool that like you kind of like because you learned all that stuff from MK. I mean, obviously you played Injustice 2 as well, but like once you like kind of got over that like necro stage.
Dude, I played like 2 people in MKX when necro. I played Redox Reactions and Smash, and they just like ADO'd me every day. It was so fun.
Yeah, you were young too, getting that experience. That's hella good. That's really good to have under your belt.
You got to get ready to get ADO'd to get better. That's what I learned for MK11.
Dude, seriously, because there's so many variables in MK11 that like things can go a certain way, like anything, because there's like so much options.
Yeah, that's one of like the weird things about 11. It's like this game compared to like X or Injustice 2 is just like there is so much more that can happen.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
There is just so much shit if you fuck up. If you fuck up anywhere, it's like, well, I just got flawless blocked on my meaty because I meatied too fast. Well, here I go.
How crazy is that? And then when you meaty a little bit slower, you're getting hit with 1-2.
Yeah,
fucking 1-2 wake up button.
Yeah, man, and it gets even more ass online because like at least offline you can at least react to wake up timings and you can see if they roll or if they're gonna like do buttons. But online, it's actually like you're not, like you're praying. It's essentially what you press that button, you're praying that you're doing it right.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, there's just like so many variables in this game, and I do hope mechanics about it like changes because I do like the fact that every new game is different. I like that, So I kind of hope they do go for like a mix of games as they're like different way this time.
Yeah, I really think, and here's the thing too. Like, I feel like the options are actually, even though like I'm not the biggest fan, it's not my favorite game, but I feel like the options are great. It just if it was met with like a little bit more explosiveness, then it would be perfect.
See, no, what I love about MK11, like what keeps me playing it, is that even though there's a lot of shit that can happen, I feel like when I do win, I really do feel like I outplayed them because while there isn't character depth in the game, like next to none almost, I feel like the mind games that are present are just ridiculous. And if you're playing against good people, it gets to a point of where you're really like actually outplaying people when it gets to that mind game, and it's just fun because you're sitting there like he like duck OS, so I have to do this, and he's like, this is his defense option, so I have to do this every time, or if he's gonna fall a spot, I can delay it and micro duck or whatever,
Yeah.
There's just a lot of shit you can do and a lot of shit you can read. And it just makes it fun. That's what I like about MK11.
Yep, I totally agree with that. 100%. I 100% wholly agree with that for sure.
Damn. So now knowing like that you won KIT, you've been doing great at tournaments. What do you credit like when was the moment you weren't just like okay at the games like you were saying when you were a kid and you didn't really want to play neutral? When was that moment that you were like, damn, I actually am good at this? And what do you credit being good at that game? Like was it you in training mode a lot? Was it you watching videos? Did you have training partners? Was there like a certain training partner that got you good? Like how did you get so good?
So I feel like I'm one of the people that like I'm not like naturally good at anything, I need to work to really get good at anything I do, you know what I mean? So it's like in MKX, that's the real first fighting game I'm playing, that's the one where I'm actually trying to get decent. And so
MKX?
MKX was where I really was like trying to beat people. That's where I played my first tournament. That's where I found my first Twitch stream. It's where I found a lot of the friends I still have today. Like I still talk to a lot of people I know from MKX. Like I know you guys know about D7X, right?
Yeah, I know about D7X. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my boy. I've known him since the start. Like I've known him since my first MKX stream. Like that's my boy. I fuck with D7.
That's sick.
So it's just it's been a lot of people like that I've played with over time. but I'd say, like when I realized I was good in MK11, I forget what season of the Coliseum Aquaman was running, but I had to play Gambler for top 8 one time.
Oh, shit.
And that was the first time like I was really playing like a motherfucker like that. Like Gambler was still goated back then, even with Nightwolf, you know, he was nasty.
Yeah.
And everyone thought I was gonna lose and shit. And it was one of the hypest sets I ever played, and I didn't know I'd win. Like I was like, damn, I gotta go grab this motherfucker. And when I beat him, it was like on some good shit too. Like, you know, like I actually played really good, and I was whiff punishing shit, and I was like, damn, maybe I'm actually good at this game.
Maybe I'm actually good.
Yeah, and then I just started playing more people, and then as I played more, I got noticed more. You know what I mean? Like I think actually what got me noticed a lot was when I left STB and I joined Emperor, and then I played a lot more, and people started really like recognizing me and like being like, "Oh shit, like you go Kodal." I'm like, "Yes," yeah. And like the only one next to Aztec, but Aztec was playing Totemic and shit, so he wasn't like. He was winning, but he wasn't doing as much as he could with, you know, when he could have just had command grab the whole time. But he's just not a grab guy. But, you know, I'd say like what got me that good, man?
Hey guys,
fuck. I just played a ton, man. It was bad. Like you know that get home from school, put down the homework, put down the backpack. I'm getting on MK. Like that's what like 3 years was. That's what high school was. Because I always found high school easy. Like for me, high school was easy. So like I didn't have to put as much work into that at that time. But in like college now, it's like harder. I gotta put more work. But for that, it was fine. So I could just get on MK and play all day. So it's like I played a lot and I was losing a lot. Like at the start of the game, I played a lot with Redox Reactions. He was like one of the GOAT MKX necros. If you guys ever want to like search up like Wiz was runs at KIT or whenever that game was out in the necros, he was like one of the GOATs of the necros. So he was just killing me on X, and then we got on 11 together, and he was still better than me at that point. But I still played him, and I played him like every day. I would get killed. It was, you know. The ADOs I'm talking about, like they happened. Yeah. And I just kept losing for like 2 years, and then I joined STB. I became like the best in the team at some point, and then I left, and then I joined Emperor, and I became like one of the like top. I think I was the best in there at some point. Yeah. And then I left, and I was like, at some point I kind of just realized like, damn, I guess I'm the top Kodal player right now. It was just something that happened. Like I never really took into account like, damn, I guess I'm just good now, until like some people really were like just telling me like, yeah, go Kodal. I'm like, I guess I have to be. I'm the only one doing it. Yeah, you know.
That's super cool, man. To see like the younger players like just fucking start owning shit. Like it's super cool, man. And like there's people I see that they're good, and I see people that have potential that are also good. Like I don't know how to explain it, but I guess it kind of speaks for itself. So
yeah, and when you were sorry to cut you off, Dab, but when you were you know, Dab loves getting cut off.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that.
But when you were putting down that backpack from school and straight up addicted to MK11, was it because did you have a goal of like, I want to do this because I want to go to tournaments and be great, or did you just do it because you're like, this is just a pastime and I love just playing Mortal Kombat?
No, so in MKX, like I knew about tournaments, right? But I didn't really think about tourneys until I started winning some. You know what I mean? My whole thing at the start was I was just a grinder. Like in even MKX, I wasn't really trying to win tournaments. I just wanted to be godlike. So I would just play for 12 hours straight, and then I'd just get off and then just go and do it again. And then that was kind of the thing for MK11 for a couple years until I got really good, and I was just started entering shit because, you know, I was watching all these offline tournaments, and I was like, damn, they're so good, bro. Like I want to kill Ninja one day. So I was like, damn, I guess I got to join some tournaments. So
Dude,
yeah,
that's
I was more of a grinder at the start than like a tournament player, but I guess in this game I was just I was just grinding all day, and then one day I was like, I guess I'll just start playing because it's fun, and I just never left because that shit is just so invigorating. It's so fun.
yeah. I 100% feel that. Like you see these people and you're like, wow, like, and then you start getting that confidence. Then you start winning. And you're like, yeah, I want to beat that motherfucker next, and that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Next. Yeah, that's
And
sick.
my whole mindset for competing too, it's like I've watched a lot of competitors over the years, and I think I've like taken some things from them. And it's like I used to watch Tweety a lot, and one of the things I took from Tweety is that Tweety is like never afraid to lose. Like he'll play in any and everything, and he doesn't give a fuck.
That's so true. That's true. I think that's what makes him really good too.
And even now, even though he's a content creator now, like he literally will tell you, yeah, I'm not like a competitor anymore. I just create content. He still probably plays the most MK11 tournaments out of anyone right now, and he's still a grinder. And it's just like I took that from Tweety, and like my whole mindset is like, fuck it, I'll just play. I'll keep losing until I win.
Yeah, that's pretty true, and he's like one of the most consistent players still to this day.
Yeah,
I respect Tweety because like that fool can play anything, like not even just fighting games. Like he'll play like Elden Ring and no like secrets. He'll discover things, and like I even played him at UFC game.
Oh yeah, he used to play that competitively. Yeah, he used to compete in that.
Yeah,
dude, that man he wants to just play any game and be like and dissect it and be great at it. Like it's so crazy.
Who?
But I
felt heavy about Tweety.
Tweety.
Oh, Tweety. Okay, yeah. My son came in here. I was talking.
Yeah, that's what I fuck with about Tweety, like heavy. Like he'll get good at it, Like he'll play it until he's good, Then he'll go find something else to be good at.
Yeah, that's kind of true though. Like I that's like one thing I respect about him is because he's like he'll just grind and then he'll get there and then he'll just start beating fools. Like, and he does what it takes too. He does what it takes.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
If he has to pick up another character, he'll do it.
Yeah.
It
was really funny, just like how all my experiences in getting better, usually all of them, like all the people I played with, like seriously, that I played with days on end that would kill me for days, or the players I watched, they all had that grind set mindset. So now I'm like, if you ever play me in a set, unless I ever specify it, it's a first to death. You know what I mean? Like I'll play until I die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's shit like that, I'm just like, I'll play forever if you let me. Like, the longest set I've ever in this game was like for 13 hours before. Like it was actually evil.
Yeah. That's amazing. And when you talk about like, coming home and grinding like MK11 and stuff, what were you grinding? Like was it did you mostly put your hours into ranked match? Did you mostly put it into a training partner you had or something?
Yeah, it was mostly training partners when I was getting better. Like it was because in my clans, like that was always my main goal in joining a clan. Because for me to join, for me to like when I was joining, I would look at the players and I'd be like, all right, who's better than me here, and who do I want to beat by the time I get out of here? And so it's like when I got into STV, I was like, okay, this dude beat me 24, but he still let me in. Well, now I got to beat him, and then I got to the point where I could beat him, and I became the best in the team. I just keep trying to go through that,
Wow, yeah, that's cool. So, yeah, go on.
Yeah, no, that's kind of just what I did for Emperor, and then after I got good and everything, I kind of stopped thinking about it that way. Like my mindset changed into where, I don't have to be the best. Like in the team, I just want to get better for me. You know what I mean? Just get
great
better.
Mindset to have.
Yeah, for sure.
Because when you want to get better, that means you want to become the best. Even if you don't say it, like that initial.
Yeah, that's what that means. Like I want to just eventually get above everyone else. Like that is the goal.
Hell yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. So when MK12 comes out, whenever it comes out, MK12 is out. Say there's a tournament a month from MK12. It's a big tournament. How is Turkey gonna grind for that tournament?
Oh.
Okay. So what's funny is because I've been the last year of this game, I've been asking questions to people like Slayer, like people who are around for the start of new games. You know what I mean? And I would ask them. I would ask them that question. I'd be like, "Yo, what do you do to prepare for like a tournament when it first comes out? The game's out, 10 tournaments a month away. What are you doing?" And Slayer is like, I fuck with Slayer. Like Slayer is one of the people that's taught me a lot about competitive mindset, and I really like. Slayer has that shit on lock, man. He's brought like I was always like I used to be like a salt bag, you know. And I feel like that's a lot of people when they're starting to like get good or like whatever, like they are like salty at the game, you know, and they get mad at spammers or whatever. But it's like playing with Slayer and learning from Slayer kind of like helped me turn the salt into actual good gameplay, because he's like he'll make you mad, you know. Like Slayer, that's what Slayer's trying to do when he plays you.
Yeah.
He's like the ultimate troll. And so like I've asked Slayer for a lot of mindset things ever since I met him a couple years ago, and I really like his approach to how he just labs every matchup. And so I think I'm gonna do like a combination of like a ton of lab, like a ton more labbing than I do already, which isn't enough. Like I'm not in practice mode enough, which is one of my main problems I think as a player. Like I don't use it enough. And that's why I think Ninja's ridiculous, because he actually utilizes practice mode to its utmost and he labs everything, which is why like he knows the way out of situations before he even gets there.
Yeah.
So like I really want to put lots of time into the lab against every character, but just also get that matchup experience. Like I want to play everyone I can, everyone possible. Like I'll play anyone, any and everyone, you know what I mean? Because I just need that XP. I need to get ready for every character. And I think I'm just going to put a lot of time into the lab and training, just playing with everyone. And to be honest, like I don't think I'm going to have like a specific training partner unless they play every character on the cast, you know what I mean? But
yeah, so you're gonna have multiple training partners.
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing a lot of people. I'm gonna play any and everyone, and I'm gonna be labbing a ton.
That's
nice. Yeah, and so.
Oh my bad. Go ahead, Mike.
So when I just wanted to know when you talk about labbing, if like someone's wondering, okay, like I'm new, like okay, he talks about labbing, which I know it's practice mode, but how can you utilize practice or labbing? How can you utilize it the best? Like what are you doing? Are you practicing combos? Are you practicing punishes? Like what are you putting your hours in the lab doing?
Okay, so for me, when I was learning, right, there were certain things that I needed to get down, you know. You're like I would drill everything I'm trying to practice, you know. I feel like, you know, like if I get it 50 times or whatever, I'm never gonna fuck it up, you know what I mean? So it's like when I first learned Kotal's BMBs or Kotal's combos, I would do it 10, 15, 20 times in a row, and I'd be like, okay, I got it.
Let's do it one more time.
Let's not. Talking about like specific situations, it's like, so if Cetrion does stand one on block and she does backdash 2-1, like what are my options for that? Like what happens if this mid touches me? Does it trade? Can I low profile? You know what I mean? At this point in the game, I'm really practicing a lot of just micro situations that I feel make a player, you know what I mean? Because at some point I feel like it gets to a point as a player of where there's nothing big to improve on anymore. Like there's no massive holes in your game plan. It's those micro decisions that really make top players, you know what I mean? It's just those little weird shit, you know. It's like, why did he do that kind of shit, you know what I mean? Like why did he know? Like I feel like practicing things of that nature are really useful. Just like stand one backdash, like what do you do? And I really lab a lot of shit like that. That's what I have fun doing in practice, and that's what I found to be like very useful. Like in my 4 years of competing in MK11, like really practicing those situations and seeing what your options are have really helped me.
That's super good. It's a super smart way to go about it. And like you said, you thinking on you probably wanting to incorporate more of like the labbing aspect and shit for like MK12. Yeah. I think that's just gonna even put you even that much more on top of your game as well. So I think that's a good route to take. And you also asking questions and like taking from other people. That's like, dude, that's the way to go. That's how we learn. We learn from each other. Like,
yeah, not like because people don't really realize how long I've been watching MK, right?
Yeah.
It's when you really think about it, I've been watching these since I was 9. I've been watching these players for 10 years. You know what I mean? I've been watching all these guys play, and so it's crazy that I can talk to them and they'll actually respond. Like I hit up DJT and he just responded to me, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
What you doing, man?
Yeah, what's going on, man? You know, play some neutral. Huh? Yeah, like DJT's awesome. He's cool as fuck, bro. And he's one of the first people I also played in this game. Like he's sick as fuck. I ran a sick ass first attempt with him, like when he was on Baraka, and I lost 10-9, but it was the sickest set ever, man. It was awesome. Couldn't believe I was playing the GOAT. You know?
And Denzel will fucking first to death you, just like you.
Oh
like
yeah,
to
no,
do.
that's what I fucking love about DJT. He's just like me in that way. Like we'll play forever, bro. We'll play forever.
He'll be playing. You know, man, I'm playing, boy. I'm playing some nukes, boy. Fucking love Denzel, dude.
Yeah, he's cool as fuck, man.
It's funny.
So you've obviously you playing Injustice 1, Injustice 2, MKX, and now 11. I know I did that out of order, but you playing those games, what's something that is there something that you think you can pull from all of those games that you would like to see in MK12? Like, is there like a mechanic or a move or, you know, a type of design that you would like to see like from any of those games return or partake in MK12?
Yeah. So the thing I really like about Injustice are the characters. I feel like the characters are so like they're just designed so well.
Yeah.
And it's so cool because you can tell people really put a lot of time to think about how this game plan would all work together. In Injustice 1 and 2, all the characters are just in depth and they're insane, and it's just so cool because even all these years later in Injustice 2, all the people playing it, they find new shit, they find new mix-ups, and they find new shit with characters, and it's like, damn, man, this game was really, really deep character-wise, which is, I really do want to see like a return to character archetypes and just in-depth character design from Injustice. But I do like how the neutral plays in 11, which is the most fun part about it for me. Which is the most fun thing I learned was how to wave dash. Like wave dashing is so good to me. I feel like it gives you lots of control over where you are, and it's just I'm in that middle of like I like being cracked but also having character depth, you know. So I want to be able to like move around the screen at the speed of light, but I also want to have like some cool tech behind what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I kind of hope they merge 11 and Injustice 2 in the way that it's still the neutral game plan is still there, but these characters have so much more depth than they do now. I don't like a lot of MK11 mechanics though, which is one of the universal complaints about the game. Like I don't like Breakaway. I prefer Breaker. I think rolls are better in a game where wake ups are like not as like prevalent. I feel like rolls were an answer to MKX. You know what I mean? When MK11's like a completely different game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like they were trying to fix problems that weren't existing, and they kind of just made something. Kind of. Yeah. They created new problems by trying to solve old ones that weren't even in there since it was a new game. But I think just they need to overhaul the wake ups. I really hope it's just not built around like flawless blocks on hit. Like I don't think flawless blocks on hit are good. I think flawless blocks are cool though. I do think as like another option to anti-air or doing something in neutral and you can flawless block up too. Like that shit is awesome and it's sweaty and it shows skill. You know what I mean? Like you can react to that and flawless block it immediately. I think you should get rewarded for that. But having an OS for it on hit is something I don't like. And I feel like that takes away against some mind games because then it's like you get Cabal who's just doing flawless block OS, but then he also gets a leap after the jump kick.
Yeah.
And it's just you get problems like that with characters who can just abuse mechanics.
You know what
I mean?
Funny. It's my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. I want to say it before I forget. It's funny that you said that because I say the same thing about MKX. Like if MKX had MK11's defensive options, it would have been like extremely more bearable to play. Like even
No,
even
that's
though it's
what-
one of my favorite. Even though it's one of my favorite, JT, get rid of that motherfucking son of a bitch in my chat. Thanks, bro. Now, if MKX had those options, then yeah, it would have been way better than it was. Now, and like I said, it's one of my favorites for sure. Like
for sure.
post patch, not the final patch, but yeah, I mean that would have helped out a lot significantly. Like a push block, maybe add a push block without spending all your fucking stamina and 2 of your bars, and then flawless block rolls. Like, dude, yes, please.
That was something I realized really weird. And like, I don't even know how I thought about it, but it was just one day I was talking to someone about the game, and I was like, "Don't you guys think that like these would have just been better in like MKX or something?
Yeah.
Like, if I could just roll in MKX, like I'd be up. You know, I don't get my armor broken every time by Melina doing 4-1, or you know, like Lau can't just stuff my wake ups every goddamn time. You know what I mean? It's just like, it feels like just different answers to problems that don't exist in this game, and it just creates something else, and it's just not it just doesn't work as well. It just didn't need as many options. You know what I mean? They could have just took it down a bit, and focused on other things like character depth, but.
Yeah.
You know, it's the direction they went in. I think the game came out fine. I just think some OSs and some game plans that came out of the bad mechanics kind of just made the game more annoying for people.
Yeah. I mean, and it's not a bad game. Like here's like my thing is like, I feel like them making like MK9 and all the injustices, MKX, like, and then they finally made a game where it's like probably the most balanced game they ever had. It's it's a little bit more methodical and slower, and they did really fucking good at it. That's how I know like NRS they're good at their job. They know what to do. Yeah. So like, even though like I said, like I've given it shit before, I've become a little bit more like more of an eye opener, just kind of speculating it, like, you know. But there's just some things that just don't, like, I guess that I don't enjoy, but it doesn't take away from how good it is, you know, because that's just my opinion and perspective in a broader realm of, you know, thoughts and speculation. You know,
like a lot of conversations that I have like pertaining to MK11, we always come to the middle ground of there are a ton of mind games that are present in the game, but it's just like a lot of people are mad about like the lack of skill gap is what they say. Which I can see, because like there are some characters where it's like sub, you know, good luck, because there's nothing you're really getting to fight against that unless you're just better, you know what I mean?
Just think about it too. Like then you have like random like down 2 crushing blows, grabs that you have to do, like that you have to guess 50-50.
And it's just everything interacts differently, and it's you have to know how shit's gonna work, and it's just so ass, because sometimes you fuck up you do a jump in, you fuck up a high, and you do it slightly late, and you get down 2 KB'd into 45%, and you lose. You know,
right.
It's like that. Like,
and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like I was in there, like, wow, okay, good game, man. You played really well.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing. Like, that's just the truth of it. That's just how it is, to be honest.
It's like I feel like that's kind of like the ground you have to get past when you're playing a game. It's like people in MKX just accepted, you know, if you got hit, you're losing. You know, it's just the same thing in this game. You gotta accept, you know, you get down 2 KB, you gotta you're holding that shit. So it's just I think it's just all based on what you're willing to deal with in the game and how much you like it. Because there's bullshit in every NRS game. You know, it's like people love Injustice 1, but that game is unfair as fuck. Like that game is a joke. Hey, that is a joke game. You know, like it's jokey. You know, but people love it. And it's just how they go. You know, it's how fighting games go. You deal with the bullshit you like.
That's true. Every game has its own like bullshit, and it kind of has its own method to its own madness, and you got to pick up the tea and pick up the porridge and see which one's right for you. You know? Yeah.
It's just how it is. Not everyone's gonna like to get down 2 KB, but some people like to do like fucking 45% combos with Sector with 1 bar, and I think it's an awesome game.
Yeah. Are you guys keen to, like, we talked about this before, Mike. Are you guys keen to like chip damage coming back, or do you guys prefer not to have chip damage?
I never really thought about that. Like
I want chip damage.
My problem is that I feel like I'm biased in the way that So in my games, I take them seriously. MK is like the only one I've really taken seriously. So it's like I've only played a game with chip damage. So in my head, it's like I don't see why it wouldn't come back.
Yeah.
So I feel like I need to really play a game without chip damage to see if it's really worth it. Like, wait, does DBZ have chip damage? I don't think so, right?
I think
it does?
on the supers it does.
so.
Like on the supers.
Oh, okay. Because I think it has like minimal chip damage, if anything. Because I remember watching that, and people block for 10 years, and they're not losing health. And
Yeah.
I think that shit's actually pretty scary. I'm not gonna like that shit's fucking scary.
So imagine okay, let's just think about it. Aquaman and Black Manta.
Try
right?
it.
Right, Aquaman, Black Manta, and like you're down to like 5% health, and like you have no bars to push block, and it does chip damage, but it takes you to like 0.1% and it doesn't go over it, as opposed to like that person just doing Trident Rush and they won.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Is that considered? Is that considered cheap, or is that considered easy? Like, would the meta be different? Would the meta be different, and would there be so much more outcomes that would become different if there was no chip damage in the end?
Yeah, I do think that no chip damage would lead to more hype situations. Like, let it get down to the last chip. You know how some dot works? Where you sit there, but it'll go away before you die.
Yeah.
I think chip damage should work like that, because I don't know. I just think it'd be more hype overall. It's not like I'm gonna say, yeah, you didn't outplay me because you chipped me out. It's like, yeah, I got you to the point where you could die by getting chipped out. Good games, nerd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
See, it's like a double-edged sword, and the reason why I brought that up is because of MKX. Like, you have no bars, you have no nothing.
Oh,
like,
dude, you're really sitting there praying. No, it's like I'm really sitting there against Dragon's Fire Lu, no push block, nothing, no meter. I get armor broken if I press shit. It's all jailing,
Yeah. Like, that's what I think of. I think of certain shit like that.
Yeah.
But I
that's
agree
also-
with I agree with something that like put chip damage, but in the end, when you're about to die, make it harder for that person to kill you. Like, they just can't chip kill you.
Maybe like reduce the chip significantly.
Nah, I actually think something good, like from MK11 that was there, was that it would last breath. When you're at chip, it'll take your 2 bars. I think something like that would work. Like, if you had a lot of meter, I feel like meter should take the place of your health, or like you would like take it and lose meter. That'd be cool. Like if you have, like,
that would
bars
be cool.
meter. Yeah.
Also, I was thinking, what if like when you're at like 5% health, chip just stops. Like, you could take chip before, but then once you get to 5% health left, you don't take any more chip. That would be something interesting. Like, it's a little comeback mechanic, nothing too crazy like X Factor, but
better than Fatal.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I do think that's cool. Like, something like either it stops before you die, or it takes meter for you to like not die on it. Which is either of those two sounds pretty cool to me. The under 5% just sounds like it's bred for hype situations, though.
Yeah.
Like, this motherfucker's at 5%, I'm at 100. He's like doing whatever. He's like doing Dragon's Fire plus Tremor shit on me, and I can't get out. I just fucking make one right read and he loses. Like, that sounds awesome. I feel like that's one in MK game, especially to see like what direction they go next game, because I feel like it's really hard to guess what they're gonna do. Like, you don't know if they're gonna try to stay with MK11, because how Dad was saying, like, this is probably the most balanced game they ever did. It was just the mechanics that really drove people away. Like most of the player base, if you asked them that stopped playing the game, they just didn't really like the mechanics of it.
Yeah.
So if they were to like fix the mechanics, fix character depth in the game, and make it similar to MK11, I don't think a lot of people would be angry if it was just a better version of MK11. You know what I mean? Or if they're just going to go in a completely different direction like they have been for the last couple.
Yeah.
So it's just really hard to guess of what direction the game is going to go. But I think they'll probably stay a little bit in the lane. I think they found a lot of stuff when they made this game, like how they wanted to maybe make the next MK play like. I feel like the neutral will be the same. I just think that mechanics and character depth will be drastically different. Like, I don't think there will be variations. I think that they'll probably go back to more classic shit, especially since like the ending of MK11, it was more of like a reset, right? It was like Liu went back to Kung Lao after he became the fire god.
Mhm.
Yep. Yep.
So
That was kind of godlike.
yeah, I thought that was awesome, and I like when I saw that, I was thinking, well, yeah, I could see in the next game they take a very classic approach to how the game plays, like with classic mechanics, like breakers and things that they've always been there, you know.
Yeah.
I think it'd be like a really cool direction to go. It's like it's just super modern but classic MK. You know, it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and going back to something you were talking about, like a while back, that made me happy because if you notice, always on Dab's podcast, there's two things that we hope for, to come back. One is movement. Everyone's talked about movement. DJT, Forever King, we all want it. You know, NRS is smart. They hear people talking, and hearing it from everyone, and now Turkey, it just seems like all the players are on board. Where you don't hear someone say movement, like, no, I don't want movement. Like everyone's on board with. We want to feel like we're like ice skating or something. You know, we want to feel like we're in complete control. And if we want to be, you know, somewhere on the screen, we can be there fast. And the more you grind the game, the better you get at movement. It's almost like its own mechanic. And then the other thing that made me excited, because I know NRS is hearing these things, and it's like it's gonna shock me if they don't put these things after hearing it from everyone, like what they want, and everyone's on board. It'll shock me if we don't see like better movement in the game. I'm gonna be like, wow, they really didn't hear us out. But other than that, it was the character depth thing. Like everyone's saying like, oh, we don't want variations, even though variations is great. Like we just want that character depth, you know, like we want deeper, like more. Every character deserves just more things, so more situations happen during a match. So those two things, every time I'm on Dab's podcast and I hear a player talk about it, it's like, what's the word, reinvigorating, or it's just like it makes me happy, like, okay, yes, where it's like, yes, he wants it, like everyone should keep talking about it so they just hear it, where they're like, fine, like we didn't know movement was that important, but damn, we'll put it in the game.
Yeah, man, it's crazy because like I've said, I've been playing these games since I'm a little ass kid, you know, and it's just this game. My main takeaway, like that I hated about Injustice, which I still don't like about it, but I've learned to grow more on it over the years, was like I don't have a run button. I don't like how slow I move. And that's still something I don't like about Injustice 2. But like Injustice 1, it was really weird because you had fast dashes and you recovered fast as fuck. You know what I mean? Like you could dash pretty quick in that game.
Hella fast.
Yeah, I know, it's fucking crazy. Fast. Like I was playing Grundy and I was like, bro, why am I actually full screen right now? Like,
my boy was moving.
Yeah, and so like when I went to Injustice 2, I'm like, damn, I feel really sluggish. I don't feel as if I can place myself where I want to as effectively, or I just can't do it in the way that I'd like to. Because people, you know, they're still playing neutral in that game and they're still finding their position. I just don't like how it's approached in Injustice 2.
Yeah.
I prefer the more cracked movement of like any game, like MKX over, like I do like MKX movement too, because at least like I can press where I want the run to be, and you know, I can stop, I can duck if I read a high, or if I read someone trying to like stop me from running. I feel like there's just more mind games in there, and it's just more fun to just have a more cracked option than just walking at you.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. I agree. And I think me and Mike, and we all talked about it too, how he brought it up, how we all talked about movement. Like, we found like a good medium between, like, we always feel like MK9 was like the blueprint. Like, it just was so fluent. And like, I mean, I think the movement, like the wave dashes and stuff are like, I mean, they're pretty cool. They do take a little bit more skill than like, I mean, once you get it, you get it. But people used to say, I don't know if this is a myth or not, and I don't know if you ever heard of it, but people used to say that Ed Boon hated the the movement mechanic, the dash mechanic of MK9. And I was like, that doesn't make no sense, because like the wave dash in MK11 is way goofier. So like I don't.
Yeah.
I don't get. I don't believe that. There's no way because.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. But
Yeah, I just feel like I see what Ed Boon's saying. Like it maybe looks ugly. Like we know there's so many games out there where maybe it doesn't look good, but it's good for strategy. Like we like to do it because maybe it makes us move faster. Like Tekken's Korean with backdashing and stuff like that. It does look silly, but damn, if you're the one doing it, it feels great.
Mm-hmm.
So I get what he's saying, but they should listen more to us too. Like the player, obviously, we want the movement. It doesn't matter if it looks shitty. Hey, that'll be great if they discover a way where they're like, let's make the movement feel great for everyone, where they're all satisfied, and it looks great when they're doing it. They look awesome doing it. That would be cool.
It's weird because characters do look really clean wave dashing in 11. Like if you watch Ninja wave dash with like Fujin, it looks so clean. And it's just it's like frame perfect wave dashes. That's just also because he's a nerd and doesn't like go outside. He's like, it just looks so smooth when he's doing it, and that's like the pinnacle of wave dash. When I see him do it, so I'm like, yeah, this could look really clean if you're perfect with it. And it just looks so smooth. You go everywhere fast as fuck. You can just sit there, whiff punish. It's just so fun when you wave dash almost half screen. And Kotal has like a broken wave dash, so I'm privileged too. So I can just wave dash like half, and my forward 2 goes full screen. So it's like I can just wave dash like a quarter of the screen, watch someone try to stick out a button, and then I can whiff punish them. It's just shit like that where I just feel really good because I'm able to bait people from such a distance because of the mind games present. Like they're scared of forward 2, they're scared of wave dash command grab. And that alone is willing to make them make decisions. And that's what I like about wave dash. It just forces more decisions. It's sick.
Yeah, awesome. And that's true. The movement, especially when you're privileged with like and you have one of the characters that are privileged by the mechanic. Yeah, that's super good to have for sure.
Yeah.
So I would definitely recommend people, if you guys have a character that has a good wave dash, practice it while you can.
Yeah. Dude, I was like a grinder with that shit too. Like you would probably be appalled. Like I was waking up at 6 a.m. before school, and like I was really wave dashing for like a half an hour before I got
wave dashing.
Bro, I was practicing because I was garbage at it. Before I got on that bus, bro, I was doing that. Before I brushed my teeth, I was wave dashing. And then I brushed.
Yeah, dude. It feels so good when you love a game so much that your internal alarm clock actually wakes you up to play it, and the first thing you do is get up off the bed and like you go straight to the video games. That's like when I look forward to a game, is like, yes, it made me love it that much where I don't want to do anything. I'm thinking about it right before
get up
I
and play
MK. Yeah. And it's awesome, man.
Yeah, dude. And that's the time where I had my notebook too, like my gamer notebook, and I would get up and I'd write about matchups. It's gonna be so funny if I ever keep that shit, because I'm gonna be like 30. I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna see like 2 pages of me versus Hayate. I'm just gonna be like,
dude, that's super smart. I did that too when I was competing back then, like back in like MKX, MKX and mostly MKX, because that's the game like I really felt like. I mean, I blossomed in MK9 for sure, like towards the end, but like that's when I started really taking it serious. Well, actually in Injustice 1, to be honest, but MKX is when it was really like I had the notebook and everything. Like I was writing shit down, frame data, certain situations. Like it's good. It's good to have that. So that's cool. That's cool. You got that.
It is,
for you, man.
dude.
Awesome.
I've been doing that since 2015.
What a god.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so that's
where like I think I was at a plateau at some point, and I was like really just not feeling like I was getting better. So I was like, fuck it, man. I'm just about to start writing everything down so I can just read it back to myself and think about it. And it would get to the point of where I was literally, and I know like if you play these fighting games enough, you do this. It's like you're really just sitting there thinking about tournament sets during school, and I'm just sitting there. It's like 8 a.m. I'm doing calculus, and I'm really just like, damn, why did I lose to him?
Yeah.
I'm really sitting in there, and like as I'm doing the problem, I like even in classes, I'd be writing shit in the back of my notebooks that I think about. And it's so funny because like I'll look at my calculus notebook and I'll go in the back and it'll just be like Kotal notes, and I'd be like, put in notebook later. And it's just shit like that where
That's
I
good,
know
dude.
I
That's
was
how you get better though. Like look at you. Look at you right now, man. You're one of I dub you as like one of the best MK11 players right now. So I mean, look at you.
Yeah.
It's paying off. It paid off.
You know, it really
That'd
did.
be hilarious. That'd be hilarious if your teacher took your notebook and she looked into it and she's like, "What is Kotal Khan and why is he negative?" Just funny as shit.
No, dude, it would be so ass. Like they'd really just be confused. Like, you think I'm just writing like some evil shit in my notebook, and it's like, nah, man, I'm just trying to learn how to punish this shit, bro. Like,
Yeah, for real.
Let me rock.
So if
Dude,
oh, go ahead, Mike.
I was just gonna say like a funny story.
Oh, go
when
ahead, bro.
I was with like DJT, MIT, and all the Yomi guys back in 2015, we'd go to like Denny's and everything, like
Oh, dude,
during
no
a
slave
tournament and stuff.
The late night Denny's, post tourney Denny's.
Yes, and we'd get passionate about talking about frame data and all this stuff. And dude, sometimes I would look around Denny's, and we're being loud sometimes. Like we're passionate, we're fighting game players, we're passionate about punishes, and we're just learning. So sometimes it'd get loud on these discussions, and people are looking at us, and they kind of understand. Okay, they're talking about Mortal Kombat. We get that. We know Mortal Kombat. But what is Ice Clone and what is like Punish? What is this? Like we're speaking almost gibberish to them, and they're just like so. I've seen so many confused faces at a Denny's. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I kind of saw that. Yeah, I had a similar experience, but it was with my family because. So I'm one of the rare people that's super lucky to have a supportive family. So like they really. No, they really fuck with it. Like they've been really supportive. Like my aunt, my uncle, they were chill as fuck about me going out to KIT for my 18th birthday. Like they were really like,
badass.
yo, as long as you got someone to room with, and it was someone I was cool. Like I got to room with Gur, fucking cool ass dude.
Gur. He's like America's sweetheart.
I know, he's awesome. It was cool. And so I got to room with one of the coolest top players ever. I didn't even think I'd be talking to this man, and he's like, yeah, I'll room with you. Like, fuck yeah, let's go, bro. And it was just sick. Like my family was really cool about it. They always ask me if there's a stream, if it's something big, like they know about Evo. Like they're literally like, yo, tell us. You get top 6, go tell us. I'm like, okay. They're like trying to make turkey hoodies and shit. It's funny.
That's so cool, dude.
it's funny as fuck. Like they were really about it. My family's serious. But like if I have them like watch streams of me sometimes, and like they look confused as fuck, but they see me winning, so they get hype. It's just funny because I know they don't know what's going on, but they see me winning, so they're like, let's go.
That's cool to have, man. I'm glad you have that, man. Like you said, you're one of the rare people, so that's super cool to have.
Yeah, I got really lucky with that.
I'm getting me a turkey hoodie for sure after this podcast.
Bro, no, my aunt literally made me a hoodie that says the GOAT.
Go.
Bro, it's funny as fuck.
Bro, your aunt is in it to win it.
Yeah, no, they're serious, both of them. They don't play games.
That's hella funny. Okay, so let's say Kotal Khan doesn't make it next game.
Ooh,
what character? Because we all kind of have a feeling via Ed's tweets, like he was kind of leaning to like 3D characters, and let's just assume like that the original heroes are gonna be there. Like your Liu Kang, your Johnny Cage, your Sonya, whatever, Kano.
Right? Yeah.
If Kotal doesn't make it this time around, what kind of character would you be looking for to play? And if you don't have one, what kind of like archetype would it be? Similar to Kotal's?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is something I think about a lot actually, because when I'm like thinking about my play style, because I've actually been going through this a lot of where I'm trying to think of what kind of player I really am, like I feel that's really important to understand like who you play and who you're going to be good with. And so it's really funny because I've been playing Kotal since I was 11, but I don't think he's really like my play style, which is funny. It's like I really like to play neutral, and I'm like a neutral oriented player. Like that's where I feel like I'm best at. And Kotal he plays neutral, but he's also like a weird like gorilla character. Like you have to really tap into your caveman shit to really get good with Kotal. And so it's really weird. It's like like MK9, right? The characters I gravitate towards would be like Kenshi and Freddy. Like I fucking love Kenshi and Freddy in MK9.
Dude, you're a fucking demon.
I like to walk back, you know? I like to walk
what
back.
A dick.
Yeah, I also like Piercing Molina and MKX. So it's just like a neutral oriented character. But if we're just talking about like based off how cool they are, the coolest characters in MK are the ninjas. Like I think the ninjas are just fucking way too cool. Like you're telling me like Scorpion and fucking Sub aren't awesome. Smoke isn't cool. Noob is sick as fuck. Like I just play a ninja, man.
Yeah.
Or Tremor. Like a ninja or just like Tremor, because Tremor had a sick redesign in MKX, which I just think is he should keep that. Like that should be him forever. Like that redesign of Tremor was the coolest thing I ever saw. But no, in MK12, I would probably just play a ninja or Kenshi or something like that, because I think Kenshi's cool as fuck. I just love all the MK characters, honestly. I have this weird thing with Kotal because he's my first character ever, you know. So I'm sticking with him until he's not there, unless he sucks. Because like next game, I kind of grew out of that thing of where like, yeah, I don't care who it is, I'll be the best Kotal. I don't really care about being the best Kotal anymore. I kind of just want to be good. So like if he's not good next game, you know, it's unfortunate if he's in it. But if he's not, you know, I'm just probably gonna try to pick whatever character I think is like good enough to win, like at least top 10 and cool as fuck. But yeah, I really hope it's like Smoke or Sub or something like that. Like
that's
that'd
actually
be
a
cool.
pretty smart way to look at it too. Like you said, what you said kind of stuck out to me. Is like, yeah, you don't care anymore about. Oh yeah, I want to be the best Kotal. Like he could be the worst character, but I'm about to be the best. That's smart. That's another thing that I would encourage players that want to get better. And like beat top players or become a top player or on your journey of being a top player or becoming one. I would say like, and there's my son. Sorry. Let me go fatal blow this little fucker real quick. So what I would do is on top of that, what I would do. Yes, son. Little fucker. Okay, I lost my train of thought. I thought I was better focused in this. Come on, I've been competing in tournaments since 2012.
Hey man, the brain cells get lost. You play
Dude,
too much.
I think I staggered too much, and now he just read me, and now he's mashing every fucking time I pressure. So pretty much what's kind of stuck out to me when you said that is I would encourage players to do that. I would encourage players to lose that mindset, because that can really be like an illness. It could be like a disease in your level up. But if you can do it, I say do it.
Yeah, for sure. Like if I can win, my thing is that like I've learned to play other characters now because of that. Like I used to be really heavy on, yeah, I'm the best Kotal, let's go. And then like when I realized being the best Kotal didn't mean I was the best, you know, I was like, damn, I just got to get better now. And like Kotal's good enough to I think Kotal's good enough to win. So it's why I don't really switch off of him in tournament. Like MK11 wise, I do think Kotal is maybe top 5 now, top 6
for sure.
Top 6, top 5. Yeah, I do think he's really close to there because matchup wise, he doesn't really lose to much. Like offline, I think he doesn't lose to anyone offline.
Yeah, I don't think he does either.
Yeah, no. I think it's all 5-5s offline. And he ignores the meta of MK11. Like he ignores Duck OS. Just something massive. Like this character forces you to make completely different decisions than almost anyone on the cast. Because even against Kano, like you're doing different shit. But Kotal's one of those characters who he doesn't really do bad against any character. And if you get hit, you're fucking afraid because he does 40% on hits after he command grabs you once. You know, like if you have a launcher, you're doing 40. If you don't have a launcher, you're just gonna get like 32 unbreakable, and then you're right in front of his face again. Yeah. So I feel like Kotal has a lot of tools to win. So like I have stuck with him for the most part, but yeah, learning to play other characters has been really helpful. I've been having a lot of fun doing it actually. It's like it helps me figure out like my play style more. Like I have fun with characters similar to like Cetrion or Joker, you know, like heavy neutral kind of play.
Yeah.
But it's like I've just been playing Kotal for 4 years, so I'm the best with him. But I've like seen characters that I can see myself playing had like the timeline been different. You know what I mean?
Had the timeline be different, we were in a different universe.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like the best Joker player could be in your podcast somewhere else. You know, and you never know.
Right. You're right about that. Shit, it could be you in another timeline. Shit.
But yeah, no, like
knows,
not being the best Kotal really like helped me figure out that I can play other characters too. Like, yeah, I don't have to just play Kotal.
Yeah.
It's okay, play someone else, man.
Is there anything like that you're looking forward to, like for MK12? Like anything, like any aspect, competing, traveling?
Oh, dude, I cannot wait for that new game fucking first day.
Fuck.
That shit is the ultimate, dude. I love it, man. I was literally MK the day before it came out, and I had the golden case and everything, and I was just sitting in stream doing Kotal shit with my friend in stream watching me, and we were just getting hype. It was day 0 of MK, and it was just so sick, man. Like
day 0.
I like day zero, and I really want to just see where I can go from this game, because I feel like I got so much better. Because like in the skill jump from when I played MKX to MK11 is kind of insane.
Yeah,
it's pretty. Like no one knew about me in MKX. Like no one knew about me for like the reason of I was good. You know, I just talked to a lot of people. And I think that's one of the things I've taken into this game. Like I'm down to talk to anyone. You know, I love talking to people. So like I'll just talk to them, talk about the game, talk about whatever, and try to make friends with like anyone in the community, because I think it's just there's no reason not to be cool for the most part anyway, unless you're just weird. But for the most part, everyone's cool. So it's just easy to talk to everyone. And so it's just. Fuck! Wait, I lost my train of thought.
It's okay. I know you're excited. I'm excited for you, man. I think.
Yeah. I'm excited to play everyone. Yeah. I'm just excited to play in game, man. Like that new game feel, getting better, and just getting ready to see where I go from there. Yeah, I can't fucking wait. Like that is so hype.
Yeah.
I'm so.
Yeah. The new game excitement is so much that, like everyone does this. From what I know is like when say MK12's announced, we see that first trailer. Yeah. There's gonna be more people playing MK11 just because of the excitement of MK12.
Dude,
sure.
Yeah,
no, sure. Like, and it's gonna be sick to see the weird like resurgence of top players get on, and it's gonna be also cool to see how the other games do. Like, will the other games also gain in like player base, or will people be like, okay, fuck MK11, I'm gonna go play this game now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because. Like, you know, at some point people are just gonna be like, well, okay, the new game's coming out, and you know, it won't be like I don't need to be sharp as fucking MK11 anymore. I want to go see what else I can play. So I'm interested to see actually how the community reacts to that, because I like you notice a lot of hate for MK11 in the MK11 community. Like everyone who still plays the game all day, like a lot of people hate on it. It is just weird to see, because if like you play the game all day, why are you like hating on it? So it's just going to be interesting to see like how people like that, and people who just like people in general, just see how the community reacts to like a new game coming out. And I do want to see if there's like a resurgence in MK11, or if people just end up going back to MKX or more Injustice. You know what I mean? It's going to be interesting to see how that works.
Yeah, that's very true. I don't know if I see like. I think MK12 is gonna be so hype. You know how like when MK11 came out, like you still have your necros for fucking MKX and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's a lot of people that have a huge love and passion for MK11. So I wonder if like there will be necros in MK11. I mean, I'm sure there will, but man, MK12 is gonna be like the biggest thing ever, I feel.
Oh yeah, no, like I don't know, man. Like that shit is gonna be so insane. I always thought, like when I was thinking about that, I could never really see MK11 necros. Like in my head, I could see like, yeah, MKX makes sense. Injustice 2 makes sense because of the depth of the games, you know. And it's like I feel like there's still a lot to learn all these years later. But I feel like necroing MK11 is different, you know what I mean? Because while the depth in characters is gone, it's like you're continuing to play like all these ass like not these ass mind games, but like that's what I describe them, but like all these crazy intricate mind games of Flawless Block or Duck the Flawless Block OS or whatever. And it's just it's weird. Like I just can't really see people wanting to think that hard for that long. You know, like it's already been 4 years. It's just gonna be weird to think about like 7 years of MK11. But I could see it. I could see some people, but it would just be interesting to see what the game turns into at that point. Like, would it change? Like, would the meta somehow change like it did with all the other games?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, because the game has been the same essentially ever since Customs came out, you know what I mean? So it would just be interesting to see how the meta would even evolve. Because no one really expected people to probably find new shit with, you know, with whatever characters in MKX. Because, like, Dab, you probably watch, like, Destroyer shit whenever you can.
Oh, yeah.
You watch
I still watch.
Dude,
like,
you see, like, crazy shit all the time.
I still watch a lot of the shit.
Yeah. Like, you see the crazy shit all the time on on fucking Destroyer stream, probably. Yeah. It's like, did you watch Sexy versus,
Ninja
Revit?
Killer?
Oh, well, that too. But, like, Sexy versus Revit, like, that's insane. Like, no one ever thought Boraicho would be out here mixing fuckers like that. You know what I mean?
Boraicho's a fucking problem, bro.
Like, all these years later, like, you fucking meet a good Dragon's Breath, you're on your fucking toes. Like, you're actually afraid. Because that motherfucker will kill you. Like, you actually, like, forward 3 and, like, you're done, man. Like, you're losing. And so it's just cool to see characters like that get evolved to the point of where it's like, shit, they're scary now. Yeah. So it'd just be interesting to see how that works for MK11 if there were Necros. Like, I can see Necros. It's just would be hard for me because I've been playing the game for so long. So I don't even know how the meta could evolve in that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just
that's
weird.
True.
It's weird to see, like, dude, I don't know. Like, some people are going to start, like, flawless blocking some weird shit. I'm like, not even anything I think
flawless blocking some weird shit.
like, dude, I don't know. It's like, at this point, it's Ninja who does that. Like, every time I watch Ninja, I feel like I see something new about MK11.
He's a crackhead, bro. Like, he's fucking cracked out in this game.
He's one of the reasons where I want to take labbing so serious, because not a lot of people realize that Ninja is, like, one of the most effective labbers in MK.
Yeah,
like,
for
in
sure.
X and 11. Both of those games, you see shit that you never thought of. And then you look at Ninja, and he's already ready to punish the shit you never even thought of.
For real, though. You're like, what? I didn't know that had a flawless block. I didn't know that was -7. Like, what?
Bro, nah, it's like you can even see the meta change around him. At Final Combat, he was the first person to ever duck Joker's forward 2 and flawless block the second hit. After that tournament, after that day, everyone did that. Everyone did that.
Yeah, that's true.
Because no one really thought about shit like, damn, I could really just duck that and flawless block the second one. Same one with, like, noob string or weird loop punishes he has. I saw him short hop and amp fireball one time, and he just micro ducked the next one. And I was like, bro, why did you know you could do that?
Like,
what were you doing in the lab? Like, what in the lab made you think, oh, I could short hop then duck if I ever want to? Like, why did you, like, just block? Like, you know what I mean? It's just shit like that where I think it really sets Ninja apart from regular competitors, or from like a player like me. So that's where I really want to focus, because I see Ninja and he's just ready for everything before you even do it. And I think that's just because he puts so much time into these situations, and he puts so much time into, like, learning what he's supposed to do and how to deal with anything that really comes across him in any matchup. And I think that's just really interesting about his gameplay. Like, you just don't really think about, like, Ninja's this weird oppressive monster that's just like a nerd, but, like, well, where does he get all this experience from? Because he's not online all the time. And even top players think about, like, damn, it's weird to find Ninja, you know, playing right now. And it's like, yeah, he's, like, in the lab constantly, like, labbing everything. He's just a little nerd in there, like, figuring out everything. So, you know, I gotta get to that. He approaches getting good differently, but I like his approach, and I want to, like, just take what I can from it. Just my takeaway from most top players. I just want to take what I can to make it work in my way, and just try to improve.
Yeah, Wise says in the chat, Ninja has like 5 Heidi's.
Dude, shout out to Wise. He's such a badass.
Good, Wise. But yeah, Ninja, like, people really don't realize Ninja has some of the most hours in this game. Because, yeah, like, Ninja doesn't play this game unless he's streaming. Bro, he has literally Heidi's, like 7 Heidi's in top 10. Like, a top 10 rank, like top 10 rank, top 10 player match, like I promise you, most of them might be Ninja. Like it's so weird. He just plays this game so much, and it's just you can tell with how he plays. Yeah, but yeah, no, Ninja puts a lot of time into this game, and I think he just puts time into the right things. Like I think he puts a lot of it into labbing, and then he just knows how to put it into practice well. You know what I mean? I think he just has that good balance of whatever it takes to be as godlike as he is. You know?
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
No.
So, who would you say are the? I got a couple more questions for you, and then we can go ahead and kind of wrap up everything here.
Sounds good, man.
Who would you say are like the top 10 players like right now?
Right now,
that like just and if you can't do them all, that's cool too. Like, and it doesn't have to be in order.
Okay, I'm gonna try it in order. Like, cause I think that might be easier for me. And I guess like hot takes, whatever. I think Prox is the best right now, tournament wise. While I do think Ninja is better, I just can't think that we can really say, yeah, Ninja's better because he hasn't competed in anything serious since Final Combat. So
yeah,
I think Scorpion Prox, I think Ninja, Scorpion Prox, Ninja, Rewind, Nicholas, and then I think you get to people where it's like these online demons. Like I think Scar is easily top 10 players in this game. Like Scar, SKAR, the Jade player.
He's from out here where I'm from.
Yeah. I think he's a top 10 MK11 player. Unjust for sure. I guess. I'm trying to think because I think Han should be considered one. He made top 8 for every tournament he went to offline last year. He made top 8 combo breaker and he made top 8 at Evo. He's an Evo finalist for this game. I think he's probably top 10 right now. He does win a good amount. Yeah. And like after top 10, I feel like it's pretty hard. I think Wise is probably up there. He's always doing really well in his tourneys. I think he got 9th or 13th at Evo. At like that 10th spot is really, really hard to be honest. Like it's really.
Would you consider Sonic?
I see. My problem is that like I know like Sonic's the GOAT. Like when I always say like who's the best fighting game player, Sonic's the best.
Yeah.
And I do think Sonic is really good at this game. Actually, they never lost a tournament they went to in this game. Yeah. I'm thinking about it. Oh shit. Fuck.
I know there's so much. I know it's like a loaded question.
Yeah. Like overall, like he like Sonic, like they're probably the best like overall at the game.
Yeah.
But at this point in time, I wouldn't. They're probably still top 10 in this game, but I just don't know because I don't see them play enough. You know what I mean? I see them play like every now and then. I see them do good against Rewind. I'm assuming they're still a top player. Like obviously, like they're Sonic.
But like
I just don't know. Yeah.
But what you're rating it based off of like
like current like I'm kind of doing it like I've current like composite skill and like placements in the last couple of years of MK11.
Yeah. Because he kind of fell off and was doing his own thing.
Yeah. So that's where I'm like kind of stopping and not putting Sonic because while Sonic is obviously the GOAT, like at this point in MK11, I do think there's a lot of players that could beat them. And I really do think that.
Yeah, I mean you got a lot. Like, because I feel like the whole Sonic, fear or like the Sonic phenomenon.
Yeah, the Sonic effect.
No one can beat him is gone. Like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People aren't as afraid anymore.
Yeah.
But he's still like a fucking beast. Like he's still Sonic. Yeah. Like he's gonna work you, bro. Like
yeah. Like they're like when you get up to play them, you gotta be ready. Like you cannot be off your shit to play Sonic.
Yeah.
But I do think there are just more chances for Sonic to lose at this point, you know what I mean? Especially with the level of play we're at, I just think they're not ready for players like Scar. Because it's weird because Scar is like just ridiculous, but I don't think they've ever played a Jade like that, you know what I mean? Like I don't think they're ready for something like Scar. you know, or maybe even like, just weird characters like that or players. Like, Unjust is really good. I think Unjust could do really well at Evo, and I'm just like players like that. The top 10 is hard, but I do think so. Like Scorpion Prox, Rewind, Nicholas. I guess we just want to put Sonic in there just to put Sonic.
I mean, you don't have to. I mean, this is not like,
Yeah, but like if you just put Sonic, then you could say so Sonic, that's 5, and then you got Scar, Unjust.
I would put Tweety in there for sure.
Yeah, my only problem with that is like Tweety. I think he's really, really good. I just don't think at this point he's better than someone like Han, or like other people. I'm thinking like I think if Tweety grinds, obviously, that's a Final Combat like god, But at this point, I don't think he plays serious enough to really like be a top 10 competitor.
Yeah.
I do think he could. I do think he could win. I just think it's a lot more up in the air than it would have been a couple years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
So, I do think Wise is a top 10 player. I think Han is a top 10 player. That's like 8 at this point. After that shit gets hard.
On the video right now, you looked like some guy was coming up to coach you, and you looked like, "Nah, I got this. Leave me alone. You're making me out of my focus."
That was Dark Jack. Yeah, no, I fuck with him, but he was just trying to tell me something, and I wasn't having it.
You were like, "Fuck it, I know what to do."
No, because it's like I was sitting there, and it's like I'm not mad, but it's like I'm playing Gur, and he's just running away, and I'm just trying to focus, and he is just like he came up out of nowhere, and I just wasn't fucking with it, and I was just like, I'm good, man.
Yeah,
I wasn't trying to be a dickhead, but a lot of people like saw them like, oh, we told him to get the fuck away. I'm like, nah, I just like, I'm good.
Hey,
man.
I know that feeling because that actually happened to me. Combo Breaker 2016. Well, no, the second one for Injustice was 2017, and I was playing against what's his name, my boy? He was the Brainiac player. He has a pretty cool fucking tag.
Shit, was he? Fuck. I
with
know
the
a lot of
glasses,
Brainiac.
black dude.
Damn, I think I know who you're talking about.
Bro, he was hella raw. I forgot. He had a sick ass name. He's hella cool. Fuck. Anyways, we were playing, and that fool switched to Sub-Zero, and that's like a bad matchup for Hellboy. And
yeah.
And like somebody came like to talk to me real quick, and I was like, no, I got this. I got this. I got this. And like I like put my hand, I was like, no. And like they're like, oh, okay, my bad. I was like, it's all good. I got this. And I won, but it was like close. It was close. I think it was like 3-2. I think it was 3-2. Cause we played a lot online and shit too. So fuck, I can't remember. I forgot my boy's name. I think cause I'm getting old and shit. That shit happens. But bro, if you ever come across this video, I still love you, man. I'm gonna remember it too after this fucking podcast.
But yeah.
Is there okay? Are you a fan of guest characters?
Yeah, I love guest characters.
What are some guest characters you would like to see? Oh, and real quick, somebody said in the chat, JT Sparks said, yeah, we old Rainbow. JT Sparks said, is it Terminator winning or is it Dab winning? When I would play back then.
No, I don't think Terminator is that good. So Dab, like you're annoying to play. I remember playing you in ranked.
I remember, yeah, we played a few times.
Bro, I'm like sitting there. No, you left after you left and you mercied me and left. I was so confused. I was like, okay. Nah, that shit was so funny. Nah, you're good. God! It's not Terminator. That character is pretty dumb though in some places. I don't think he's that good, yeah. But when he gets to like that teleport, like down 4 teleport is real.
It's
like,
real, bro. Like that shit is real. +6 in your face. Like you gotta.
Yeah. Oh, that shit is crazy. There's some shit about term that's like a little, it's like, oh, getting there, but nah, for most, unfortunately, I can't call him carried.
Damn.
I mean, I can, but I won't believe it. I gotta really mean it when I say it.
Dude, I was so high strung on him. I was like, dude, this character's good, bro. Like, I'm telling you guys.
Yeah.
I was like,
I mean,
super.
He's just not Sub. You know, like
Yeah.
he
Sub
just-
has a fucking projectile that negates your projectile, and like, his neutral is just way better, way better, and he can punish things way better than
neutral.
Terminator 2.
Yeah, I think he also just has more consistent high damage with his KBs and just in general.
Fuck
It's like Terminator hits you once, and yeah, that might be like 60% when he gets command grab KB or something.
yeah.
But it's like Sub's hitting you with 40 plus multiple times. You know, like he'll hit you with 124 KB, then he'll hit you with slide KB, and then he'll grab the KB the shit out of you, and then you just lost all your health. It's just like Terminator has less fuck shit than like Sub would in the mix kind of character. You know, it's like he's good, but Sub just is a better term. You know, it's just better. If you want to afford two people, just pick Sub.
Yeah, Sub is fucking scary, dude. 100%.
I think he's top 5.
I can see that being a thing. I mean, he has every tool you need, and besides like neutral and like playing MK11, like he has a strike throw aspect, and then
it's like strike throw plus forward 2.
He has overhead and lows now, so it's like holy shit.
And there's like hella situations where he could be like plus 20 because he doesn't even have to do his combo. He could just do like after he does ice ball, he can just do jump in, jump 2, and it's plus 20. So it's like good luck, dog. You're not pressing, so tech that throw or get shimmied or block the mix.
Yeah, for real though.
You just get so fraudulent. He just like grabbing you like 4 times in a row, and you're like, well, I was trying to block 4 too, man.
Mike, so I think Mike is getting out of here. He has some important matters to attend to. Mike, thanks for stopping by with us.
You know, I'm just going to be playing the cracked beta right now, so, you know, I just got to go.
Okay, well, if you want to just stay on mute or whatever, and then if you want to say goodbye at the end, because I'm about to wrap it up with this last one.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll be on mute, and then, like, when it's time to say goodbye.
Don't yell at me. Thanks, okay? Don't read
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. Okay, so what was I doing? I fucked this up. I didn't fuck it up. Okay, so back to the hotel. Guest characters. What are some guest If you have 5 on your hand right now, tell me the 5 guest characters you would like to see. If not, just give me a couple that you would like to see make it, or even return if things get a little spicy via Ed Boon's tweets.
Okay, listen.
Is this something you've thought about?
Yeah, there's some characters.
Oh, my boy's been my boy's been thinking.
I'm an MK nerd, bro. Like, you don't understand. Like, I love this shit. But not so like guest characters. I want Freddy to come back so bad. I wasn't around for MK9, bro. I just want to play Freddy in an actual game.
Dude.
Like, when I went back to MKX, all I played was Jason. Yeah. I love horror characters. Like, horror is my favorite genre of movies. Wise understands, bro. Horror is the fucking best. I love it, man. So you can give me horror characters. I'm like, give me fucking Freddy back. Give me Hellraiser. Give me cool shit like that, you know? I'd be fucking down for more horror characters.
Yeah.
Like, it just... anything like that. I could also see, since there's more, like, resurgence in... not resurgence, but, like, more violent superhero adaptations, I can see, like, a character like a Homelander or Omni-Man making it in somehow, because
fuck yeah,
you know, they're similar. Yeah, they're similar enough to Superman where they could literally reskin but make it more violent. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry. I don't want me to cut you off. It's so perfect because people want like the whole like they want to see Superman in MK or they want to see Batman MK. It's like, dude, this is the perfect opportunity to do it too. Like to have one of those two characters.
Like the Boys. Like literally, the Boys is the perfect property to partner with MK, because you have characters like this. You have characters that are literally just they are the comic book characters, but in a more realistic sense, a more violent way, like you can depict them. And that's what they're there for. They're there to be in this more mature story. So you could really do something great with that. Like you bring in Homelander, you know, bring in some fucking awesome character like Black Noir or something, you know? Like, dude, it could be cool.
Can you imagine like Omni-Man or Homelander and like they have a 4-2-3? Like that would be so perfect. But like it's so much more disgusting. Like it's a mid and then the 3 is an overhead and it launches you. Like it's just fucked up.
Mhm.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
yeah, and it's just like I want to see like the fatalities they think of with someone like Superman in the game. You know, it's like what can they really? Because if you think about it, like getting killed by Superman is probably scary as fuck. Because you can't do anything. Like if you would just sit there and you have a fatality of someone just like slowly getting their head crushed because it's fucking Superman, like that'd be horrifying. You know what I mean? That sounds awesome. Okay, you know.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, it's like when you think about it, like dying to Superman is horrifying as fuck. So it's like you can really do so much shit with that.
Yeah,
it's like he goes up and just drops you from space or some shit, like his fucking super, you know.
And speaking of what you said originally on your first character, if you would like to see Freddy back, he said, "Hey, Y said." When I said 4, 2, 3 and it's hella disgusting and 3's overhead and launches, he said, now I'm asking for too much. He said, Turkey really just let that fly.
Nah, that sounds awesome. Like, what do you mean?
Hey, you can be honest if you don't like it. I'm not gonna get my
No, I think that's cool. I don't know. I mean, like, it's not like a mix-up. If you don't block the overhead, that sounds like your problem. You know what I mean?
He said, hell no.
Why? Just block, bro. Don't get hit.
Don't get hit.
Don't get hit. You'll be fine.
It's
Listen,
8 frames.
man, I played
8 frames.
Mid. Oh no. Okay, now you're okay. You're getting a little too.
All right, 10 frames. 10 is 10 fair?
Frame mid. Okay, hold on. Bro, if this motherfucker can get a 10 frame mid, Kodo should have been got that shit.
Bro,
oh my god,
bro, you got a full screen fucking.
No. Forward 1 should have been a mid. Forward 1 should have been mid. No.
He said, JT said it better be minus 300 on block. Hey, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. They just like make it like a safe extender. You know, 4-2-3 is like a launcher, but it's like minus 1,000. They make like 4-2-1 is like, you know, traditional or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to you saying Freddy. So Ed Boon has like kind of not hinted, but he's entertained like the possibility of bringing back like past characters.
Yeah.
Now, if he did a horror one, would you be cool if like a Freddy, Jason, and then he brings in a couple new ones like Michael Myers or Ghostface or Art the Clown or Pennywise, like, and then he has a horror pack.
Art? Yeah, Art the Clown. That is another one. I want him in the game, bro. He needs to be. Art is great for MK because he's already doing IRL fatalities. Like he's out here really fucking people up. Like
he's out here.
Bro, like Terrifier 2 was fucking crazy. Like I don't know if you saw that movie.
I haven't seen. Honestly, guys, don't hate me. I still have to see the Terrifier series. So my bad.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah, I still have to see it. I love slashers.
Yeah,
I love slasher genre, so I gotta get up in there.
Yeah, nah, man. I love Terrifier because it's like a love letter to slashers, and it's literally like you just watch some motherfucker go around and killing people. Like the first one is like less story, but like the second one, it's still really good, and I think they did a lot with the money they got. And it's just really cool. I really do like how this new character kind of just took media by storm, and there's just a new slasher out. Because like the slasher genre doesn't really change over these past couple of years, you know. Like there haven't been like new ones, you know what I mean? Like a lot of new ones that really take the spot of the classics of like Freddy, Jason, and Scream is even coming back. So,
dude, me and Wise were just talking about it. I could really see Ghostface being a character. Like, have you seen the Terradrome gameplay?
Yeah, I love that game. That game looks awesome.
Looks so fucking awesome. I'm like thinking like, dude, they could really make him like a cracked out version. Now I don't mean like some 4-2-3 Superman cracked out. I just mean like he can make like Noob Smoke from the 3D era and fucking like Johnny Cage stunt double from MK11, but on crack. Like,
oh yeah, you were the person I was reading about that. I was about to say like a clone because there's multiple ghost faces, so you could do like multiple of them. That shit sounded perfect, dude. If you have multiple ghost face killers and you just have them.
Imagine like it would be sick. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you out. I got excited because I love this idea.
I'm excited too. It'd be like that Swamp Thing string. Like you remember when he fucking brought out the other clone of him to beat people the fuck up in his strings?
Yes, from the back. That's what she said.
Yeah, And he had like and he had the stunt double move where he could bring the motherfucker up and grab you, like shit like that, man.
Dude, yeah,
That'd
and
be
like
awesome.
imagine like if they focus on that as being his core gameplay, like say like he has his normals, his strings, like his 1, 2, 3, whatever, and then he has like his combinations, and like over half of them, like or maybe half of them at least have the second killer assisting him.
Yeah.
And then
like
his special moves, like at least a little bit over half of them are like the assist killer. Like that would they could really go to town with like that design.
That'd be like a stunt double. That'd literally be like stunt double from MKX.
Yes,
which would be
awesome. But like
awesome.
on crack.
Yeah, it would be awesome. Like just to have like a stance maybe for the motherfucker or something. I don't know. Like you could do a lot of cool shit with that.
Dude, like
it sounds you could really have
sorry,
like a stance moves, like a stance for that fucking character. Like you could just have him like fucking bring him out and come up from overhead. It's kind of like Conjurer or something, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I'm
actually
actually
be like a really cool mix of like Conjurer, Swamp Thing, and like Stunt Double. It would be really cool.
That
really
would be
cool.
actually pretty sick, to be honest. Like he has these moves in Terradrome, which you've obviously seen it. Well, I'll explain it real quick for the viewers. He has like this move where he like picks up the phone and it rings, and da-ring, and like he says hello or something like that, and like the fucking light fixture from the top from like Scream 2, it like falls on that person's head, and like he can continue the combo. And then he has one like where the other Ghostface comes up and grabs him. Like, dude, that's fucking badass, dude. It's fucking sick.
Yeah, I feel there's just so much you could do if you really did take like an in-depth character approach and actually bring in guests. I think Spawn being in a game is so cool, but I just don't think this was a right game for him, man. I want him to
I want the full potential.
Yeah, like I want to see Hell Spawns coming up. I want to see him turn in like Divine Spawn or some shit. I want to see him like summon Malbosia, because Spawn is the king of hell at some point. Like he's the fucking he's top dog at some point, you know? Like it'd be cool to really see them utilize the full powers of Spawn, or maybe bring out like, if you can't bring back Spawn, just bring Hellraiser. You know, like that'd be sick.
Yeah, Hellraiser would be sick. He would be sick, and then like using like his goon. I don't remember their names, but like his killers.
Yeah, they're Cenobites.
Cenobites. There you go. Like to help him, that would be sick.
Yeah, that'd be cool, and it'd just be cool because they'd kind of operate the same as Spawn with like chains and shit. Like chains go into them instead of just like hitting them. Now he's like dragging them to them, kind of like Scorpion Spear, but he's like fucking ripping out their tendons and shit, bringing them to them. It'd just be cool. Like I feel like there's just a lot of like sick horror characters that would just benefit by being in a game as like creatively in depth as MK can be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would think that would be sick. I'm excited to see what they do with it, because they're gonna go hard with guest characters like they are.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
if you guys seen right there on the screen, he called the phone, the other character came, grabbed him. Like they could do a lot of crazy shit with this character for sure.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of characters.
Yeah, there is. Is there any other characters you could kind of think of? That's like a couple. Is there anything you kind of think of that you would want to see, or you kind of haven't put that much of a thought into it?
No, none of the characters, like other than horror, not really, because that's kind of the main focus they've always had. So I've kind of always figured of what characters they would put in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I always kind of thought of horror, but like outside of horror, other than like comic book property wise, it's kind of hard to see who they'd put in a game, because they've gone through the decades. They kind of used a lot of characters. I could see maybe John Wick, something like that.
Yeah.
I can see something like that happening.
And I can see it, because I know people really wanted Neo for Injustice, and that would have been perfect, actually.
Oh yeah, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, I love fucking Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, sick. You know he's like 60.
Fuck yeah, and he's still killing it, dude.
Dude, I couldn't believe that. I was like, bro, there's no way he's 58, man. He's just doing all this cool stunts and shit, and I'm like, oh my god.
And now he's
doing
his own shit. He's like on some Tom Cruise, Jackie Chan shit, doing his own fucking.
Oh, no, I think it'd be cool to see him in a game. But like, I think it could work. Work.
No, I feel you on that one. Real quick, would you consider like video game guest characters? Because you feel like they've done horror, they've done action. Do you think they would switch another genre, or they would just mix it up with like horror, action, and maybe add some like game? Because I would like to see some KI characters. I think that would be cool.
No, I really no. See, I do think that's possible, only because like even in Multiverse, didn't MK characters appear, or weren't they supposed to?
There's like a leak supposedly, like there's files for like Scorpion, Sub-Zero.
And it's like I can really see that because games like Tekken and Street Fighter have crossovers a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do think that MK has the potential to have partnerships with other games. And it doesn't even have to be like other fighting games, you know? It could be like from horror franchises that we know, you know what I mean? Or games that we know, you know? It'd be cool like just to see some, I don't know any like characters right now, like maybe like Hitman from a game or something, you know, like bring Hitman in or some shit. Like I feel like they could do that. Like it could really just go into other game franchises.
Yeah.
But I just think it takes time and like real planning and something that Ed Boon's probably a fan of. Or if there's like a movie about it, you know what I mean? Because I do think when there's like these movies, these characters, there's always like there's always promotion behind it usually, like a reason why they're going to be in the. So yeah, like game wise, there's not usually things like that, but I could see it. Like if there's a big game coming out with like a violent character,
yeah,
I could see something like that. I do think Ash should definitely get into the next game.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, like there's no reason he shouldn't have been in this game. And like I was just thinking about fucking Evil Dead Rises trailer. That's why like that just popped into my head. That's why like I'm thinking, yeah, let's get Ash in this bitch.
Groovy. Yeah, Ash would be. Dude, because we all know he was supposed to be in this game. He was in the files, but shit didn't work out. So I think they could get it worked out now. I mean, the new game just came out, and
they've had a lot of.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I mean like they've had a lot of time since whatever fell through happened before. You know, I feel like they could have really like set something up at this point to be like, okay, like this didn't work out this game, but next game, he's like, I get, you know, like I can see Bruce Campbell just being like, yep, you got it, man. He's pretty cool about shit like that. Like he'll appear in a lot of things, so I feel like it's pretty likely that he'll come back, like as like an actual character.
Yeah, and the new movie comes out this month, coming up in April.
Yeah, I'm so excited. That looks so good.
Right? Doesn't it look like an actual? It looks actually fucking scary. Like,
yeah, I know. It looks like. Did you see the Evil Dead 2013 movie?
Dude, that one was actually kind of scary too, though.
Love that movie. That's
it was
one
still
of my
a little
favorites.
goofy, but it was more scary.
No, I fucked with it goofy. Like I like how it has a good mix of it, but I just liked how it was like metal as fuck, but also like it had good plot. Like it just had. I think it's just has good setup, and I think it just has a lot of good parts of horror movies that they don't really have now. Like I think 2022 it was one of the best years for horror, but before that it was really like dead. And so like that 2013 Evil Dead movie really was one of the main movies I was watching like of modern horror that really made me like it, because that movie is fucking metal as hell. In the end, she just fucking like chainsaws the Deadite in half.
Dude,
it's like
that fucking dude, awesome. They gotta fucking bring him, man, for real.
Dude, fucking let us get the chainsaw hand. Like, what is this?
Yeah,
come on.
Get rid of variations too. Oh, I'm not a fan of them. Give us everything. Give us the full character.
Yeah,
but that's just me. I know people prefer variations. But that's just...
I never really got to experience an MK without variations, so I would be interested to see that. That's like my perspective on it. It's like I've never had not variations in MK, so I don't know what it's like. Yeah. You know? So it'd be cool to really try to learn a game differently, because I really, you know, now that I think about it, I really haven't had to like put all my time into a character with a full move set. I've always had to learn portions of a game plan, not really a full game plan with a character, you know, like with all their tools and shit. So it'd be cool to really put my time into like a full complete character and just be able to utilize every part about them. That would be cool.
Yep.
I'm impartial to variations or not though. Like if they come back, cool. If they don't, awesome. You know.
You're optimistic, you're open-minded about it.
Yeah, I don't
ever try. Like you said, you're a little curious how it would be without variations.
Yeah, because it's just, you know, it's my experience. You know, I'm really like I'm open to experiencing new things. Like that's one thing about me. Like I'm always ready to try something different. So I'm always hyped if there's just like going in a different direction and it looks awesome. You know.
Yeah.
I'm always ready.
Well, dude, it was fucking a pleasure to have you on, man. Like I said, I think you're one of the future, you know, champs, you know, or of NRS. I think you're one of those future, you know, top players here to stay. So it was really good to have you on, dude. And is there anything you would like to add or let people know, like on your closing thoughts or anything like that, or You're just ready to play MK12. Fuck it. 4, 2, 3 mix overhead.
Yeah, no, I'm really. All I wanted to say really is just like, I'm just really excited to get into a new game and try to see how good I can get, because that's really all this is just I want to see where I can go at this point, because I feel like I've gotten so much better from where I started, you know, getting ADO'd rant on online all day, and now I'm just like, I'm able to win tournaments, and people like actually like ask me for advice, or they look at my YouTube channel and they actually like look at that to see how Kotal should be played. You know, it's just really weird to think about.
Yeah.
Like I just went from just some kid grinding for 12 hours a day to like actually being somewhat looked at in a community with like a community I love, you know? Like I love NRS games. I love the community. I've been around it since I was a little kid. It's just really weird to think about that. Like I'm like a part of a community, and I just like thank you for having me on.
That's awesome.
Pretty sick.
That's awesome to have, and yeah, for sure, anytime, dude. If there's any ones in the future and you're down to get on, I'd be more than happy to have you, dude.
Of course, man. Just let me know.
Yes, sir. All right, just go ahead and hang tight 1 second, man. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by the DaddydabKast NRSQR 92.5 The Realm, where we keep it smooth while you sit back, relax, and groove. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to see you guys next time for the next podcast. Stay tuned. We got another new face for next week, or possibly this Friday, Young Woozy. So guys, yes, thank you. Thank you guys again, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna be doing my thing, but dude, it was great talking to you guys. Turkey, thanks for dropping the knowledge, and I hope to see you at tournaments and stuff, man.
Yeah, bro, it'd be sick. It'd be cool to really get to meet some of the goats that I really gotten to talk to. Yeah, no, that's also one really cool part about this. It's like just talking to people that like have been in the scene for this long and just like getting different perspectives. It's really cool, and I appreciate you guys just like let me chill.
Dude, thanks. That's super cool. We appreciate you, dude. That's super cool. We'll see you at Evo, because me and Mike are both going.
Oh, for sure, man. Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
All right. Well, take care, guys. Peace.
Yeah, have a good one, man.
All right, guys.